All right, welcome to the Morari Enterprises. Morari is an education outfit. We are the best in education, innovation, and technology. We have our Morari way, and the Morari way is just the shortest path to the brain. So we teach with zero difficulty, and we use instructions, and it's combining the use of language, linguistics, or literacy, and also programming. And we program by giving little instructions to the brain and the shortest path. So if you're dealing with things like, let's say, x plus 4 equals 5, and then they say find x, we will not read that in Morari. We'll say a number, what number plus 4 gives 5? So find the number. So we read the equation x plus 4 equals 5 as a number plus 4 equals 5. What is that number? So that way the brain now knows what to do. As you read it, a number plus 4 equals 5. What is that number? The brain will just say 1 because 1 plus 4 equals 5. So again, we have math symbols that are conventions, right? In mathematics, you take a variable, you use x, or you take an unknown, you use a letter or a question mark or a box, especially from the lower grades. We start with question mark on the line. We fill it like a box plus 4 equals 5. We fill 1 into that box. When you get to secondary or from the 6th grade, we use letters. You can even use Greek alphabets. We say alpha plus 4 equals 5. What is alpha? But that is really, really wrong. In Morari, we say a number. In fact, we don't even read the alpha or the X or the B or the A or the whatever letter you're using for that unknown. We just go and say a number plus 4 equals 5. What is that number? So that's the shortest path to the brain, and it's a naturalist method of education. So again, what other services do we have in Morari? Literacy is key. So here we have what we're going to be distributing here is our, so we'll distribute our desktop. We'll share our desktop. And on my desktop here, we're going to find this. In a USB key, we've put this called more than a USB drive. So if we open this more than a USB drive, what you see here is you see these folders. So in this first folder, we have Bibliothèque en français. So this is a library in French. And each of these these are books in French. And you can open the book. Then we can read the book, go read the book. And to the end, about 10 pages, that's all. So literacy is the ability to read a book. Everybody? Literacy is the ability to read a book. So you count your number of books. So there are children who have read over 3,000 books with the Morari Enterprises. If you go to a higher level like level O, you meet other books, other higher level books, that, like this one, like that one, like Obama, right? Want to learn about Obama in French. You can read a story of Obama. And about 16 pages, you meet a glossary, which is the list of words or vocabulary. Okay, so that is it. So the second one says English grammar. So here we have selected adjectives, adverbs, conjunctions, nouns, prepositions, pronouns, and verbs, and we've grouped them here. You can find the examples. So those are all questions, and at the end, there'll be answers, okay? So that you learn what your nouns are and the different sections of your nouns, and you have answers there. You follow those rules, and 10 questions, and at the end, you have answers to those questions. The third folder here is your library in English. So if you go to level A, the books are subdivided into fiction books and non-fiction books. And we have more books in English, all right? So this is non-fiction, so more books. You can go there, Hot and Cold, that's the name of the book. You open, see. And about 10 pages, and that's it. And the higher level also, especially we go to level O, we go to fiction books. Fiction books. Yeah, those are fiction books there. And if we go to non-fiction, can we find other books in non-fiction? I wanted to show us, might not go that far. The book about Obama that we saw in French, we also have the Obama's book here in English. We have other Hillary Clinton, Gandhi, other iconic inspirational figures, Edison, a lot of William Shakespeare, probably that Obama's book. Are we on level? Oh, Obama's book should be up here. Let's see. Or maybe on another level, not this one. Yeah, that's Barack Obama. And this book is in English. The very book that you read in French, you come here and you also read it in English. So let's go to the third folder. The third folder is some extra stuff. So we have some extra stuff here like alphabet. Here you have all your sound building blocks, the 207 sound building blocks like CK. CK makes the sound K. EA makes the sound E. AI makes the sound A. OW makes the sound O or OW. So we have all those building blocks together. There are 207 of them, and we have them on a big chart like this. Then here is practice, math practice to go from the fifth grade to the sixth grade, or from class 6 to form 1. You have to do some of these exercises again to show that you are really ready. So percentages, fractions, and decimals. Except your percentages, your fractions, and decimals, and also your kilograms, centimeters, so all those units that you will use to welcome physics, and also some shapes for you to welcome geometry. So these are benchmarking things for kids who want to move from the elementary or primary to the secondary or junior high. And then Eureka Math, right? You want mathematics, pre-K, pre-kindergarten, pre-nursery, kindergarten, first grade, right up to university year 1 mathematics. You have all your notes there, and so it's good for a child to have this library at home. It's like having the whole school at home. Then here is Excel for Dummies. If you want to practice Microsoft Excel, you have the step-by-step. This is a book. And then we also have Word for Dummies. If you want to practice Microsoft Word, we have step-by-step here. STEM Lab, well, this is a big book of drawing. If you want to draw realistic drawing, to draw people, draw exactly how people look. This is a step-by-step big book for that, 17 megabytes. If you want to recycle your like bottles and the cover of bottles, straws to make little cars and little things at home, and little like this. So this is called STEM Lab, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. So we have that. The periodic table, you also have that, how elements look like, right? And then we want to do writing, narrative writing. We have some step-by-step prompts that they give you a prompt. Wants to win a race, write a story where the problem is the characters, they want to win a race, and then you can write that story just by looking at a prompt. They give you a prompt and you write a story. So we have a lot of prompts for that. Then this is a Morari e-library. You get a USB key where we put all this material inside. Now here's Learn to Read. Now Learn to Read, now we have, these are the sound building blocks again in A4 paper, like you have a school and kids can, or you just buy it and plastify it at home, or you print it out and kids can follow all these sound building blocks. So all the 207 sound building blocks are here again, with example words we can use at home, okay? And then IB Computer, IB Sports, International Baccalaureate, IB Physics, International Baccalaureate Chemistry, International Baccalaureate Biology, International Baccalaureate Astronomy. We have all those past questions and answers, okay? You can use that. So those are the IB school material for you to compare your general education with the International Baccalaureate syllabus. Okay, so next we have KTPCFC. So this is like, before you take IELTS, if you want to go and study in America, you take like international English for speakers, like second speakers, like if English is not your first language. Like us, we have our native language, so English is like our second language. So to go to America to study, we have to take an exam called TOEFL, like English as a foreign language, right? Teaching of English as a foreign language. So we have to take that a test. So we have to be really good at English. But before we go to take that test, this beginning level of such a test is called Key English Test, preliminary English test. So here we have a collection of vocabulary for that test, a collection of vocabulary, Word file, Excel files, and we can learn a lot of vocabulary that we have to practice with their meanings and stuff. So many of those word files, we've grouped all this inside this library. So that's inside extra. There's just so many things inside extra. Even writing itself, how to write narrative, transactional writing, writing letters, filling some blanks. We have so many examples of to write. Then below that, we have the science library. In science, we have adaptation, animals, atmosphere and climate, balance scale, uh, changing landforms, clouds, wind and storm, data sheets like to conduct science experiment, drawing conclusion, earth and space, earth, moon and sun, electricity and magnetism, food and nutrition, food chains, habitat, environment, hand lenses. This lenses here should be with C, with S rather. Let's see. Hand lenses, heat and energy, hypothesis, grades, identifying that. So we have all this, you see. So variables, we want to plant stuff. We want to plant, and then we want to investigate what plants need. Plants need what? Water to grow. Plants need what? Sunlight. Plants need what? Space to plant them, right? You cannot put all your seeds in one spot. You need to space them out. And plants need what again? They need carbon dioxide. Good. So that's air. So again, we can learn all these things here in color forms. Okay. So in our science library now, we have all these books: career files, science in the news, like all discoveries of science. We have all the great discovery of science 2017, great discovery of science 2019, so that you see. And sometimes teen scientists, young kids are discovering things, so that you get inspiration from them, and you see science in the news. And then we have songs and videos for little kids, and these songs and videos have been, categorized, grouped into categories, 27 categories. Action songs, like that. You see different songs about actions, different songs about animals, a lot of them, different songs about body parts, different songs about classroom, clothing, colors, counting, daily routine. So you put it in your computer and you read it. So this is called a Morari library. It's transforming homes into schools. If you have this library at home, then all these materials you can learn, and you groom yourself and you grow a particular skill. And then we have this very important book inside the extra. Yeah, I mentioned it, realistic drawing, so that you get a skill that you look at your mom, you draw your mom, you look at your dad, you draw your dad. During sports game, you go to the stadium, you stay outdoors, outside the stadium, and you draw all those superstars, right? You look at their picture, you can take a picture of Eto'o, and you draw Eto'o, take a picture of Zidane, you draw Zidane, you take a picture of Ronaldinho, you draw those superstars, you take a picture of Beyonce, you take a picture of Salatiel, you take a picture of our President Paul, and you take a picture of the Prime Minister, Chief Dr. Dion Gute, and you draw him. You will look exactly like him, and you will appreciate it, and he will even like you for that. You take a picture of your pastor, your teacher, your principal, and you draw them realistically. All right. So these are some of the skills that we can learn in the comfort of our home. So this is a very rich library from Morari Enterprises, right? So at home, we have what? Bibliothèque 1, français 29 niveau de lecture. On a aussi grammaire en anglais. On a bibliothèque en anglais, aussi 29 niveaux de lecture. Oh, et maintenant, on a les divers. Dans le divers, on a beaucoup de choses ici dans le divers. Il y a le Learn to Read en anglais. Il y a Eureka Mathématiques. Il y a aussi l'écriture. Il y a aussi le writing. Il y a Microsoft Word. Il y a Microsoft Excel. Et il y a beaucoup de choses. Il y a Science Encyclopedia. Ça, c'est so all the different sections of science in colorful form. You see, when you learn science, you want to learn science like this in colors, not black and white books, right? You want to learn science in color, and you have all things science inside it, all the different branches. You just have to follow the content right from the beginning, and go to the content from the beginning. You follow the content. Good. So you know which page, right? Which page to find. So content is very important. Content means the page that shows you the topic and your page now, so that it's easy for you to find it. So at home, in your computer, you have the Morari library, about 12 gigabytes of content, of materials for a modern home. In the future, we'll be adding and updating this library so that homes can have it. So how do you get it? You get a Morari USB like this. Where is that Morari USB? Where is the Morari USB? It looks exactly, can't see it here. Yeah, this one. So this is a USB drive. It's a USB drive. Inside this USB drive, we have your Morari e-library, free with all this material. So anybody can contact us. In Cameroon, we +237 681 446572 681 446572, and we can deliver this library to your home. If you also need a laptop, a desktop to be installed in your home also, you can also contact us. We can make arrangement for you to receive a desktop that will be more powerful if you have your Morari e-library. Now, what other things we have here at the Morari School? Let's see. Besides the e-library, we can go and read online, right? Yes. These very books that we have them offline, we can also go and read them online. Very good. So to do that, we have to open our Morari online library at kids.a2z.com. Very good. So let's share that so that our viewers can see. Go to kids.a2z.com so that if we have internet at home, mom and dad, progressive parents, they buy us our tablets or even our phone, we install the app called Kids A2Z. And then we can come here and read at Morari Yaoundé. So let's look at Oluwatosin and we see how many books she has read. So if we go to Glory's account here, we can see that Glory, go to statistics. You can see, we go to reading. We see that Glory has read 976 books. She has listened to 1,797 books, and she has completed quizzes for 1,106 books. Okay, and this week she read how many books? 34 books. Last week she read 1 book. So parents can monitor the kids. Parents can, from afar, even me, I can also go to your account and I see the number of books that you are reading every day. So again, when we go to reading, we can find in reading room here, we go to leveled books, we can find all the 29 reading levels. Now the books are online. If we go here to level O, we will see the book about Obama here at level O. That's a book about Obama. If we click the book, we can say listen, and the book will read itself.
Barack Obama.
See?
Written by R.K. Burris.
So the book can read itself. So offline, if we know how to read at home, we can read at
This is the story of
online,
Barack Obama,
the
first black president.
Sometimes it's good to listen.
As a child,
so that
he sometimes felt as though he did not fit in. Barack learned about black people who had become leaders in their communities.
Yes.
He developed a strong desire to help people living in low-income areas.
Can listen, and then if we know how to read now, we can say, hey, let me go and read. You can go there, and we click read, and then we see a microphone. We can click here and record our voice. Barack Obama. Let's read, everybody. Written by R.K. Burris. And then we can start. And then we say, introduction. This is the story of Barack Obama, the first black president. Now we can pause and then we listen to what we just read. Barack Obama, let's read, everybody. Written by R.K. Burris. Then record your voice. And when you read like that, I can stay down in my office and I open your account of Barack Obama, the first black president. Yeah. So that is why it's good for us to also have our online library. Even though Morari is providing the offline books to every family, every African family. So that is what we can do. But here, when we come here, there's world languages. We can go to world languages and we find our bibliothèque en français. When we go to world languages, we go down, it says, you can go here, we find our bibliothèque en français. If we go down there, you'll see it. It says British books. Then we also have ABCD français, and then we have here the livre en français, livre le mot le plus fréquent. But here we also have books by grade level. And when we go to view all, when we go here to view all, we'll see maintenant 29 niveaux de la lecture, de AA jusqu'à Z2, jusqu'à Z1. So if we go to niveau O, we'll see also the Barack Obama, and we can go and we can listen to Barack Obama now in French.
Pourrons dire Barack Obama Jr., que l'on surnommait Barry durant son enfance, est né en 1961 à Hawaï. Sa mère était originaire de l'État du Kansas. Son père était originaire du Kenya, en Afrique.
So these are some of the things that we can do with Morari Enterprises. What else can we do with Morari Enterprises? We can go to Morari Enterprises online school and we can learn in French. We can learn in French, JS, CP, cours préparatoire, cours élémentaire 1, cours élémentaire 2, cours moyen 1, cours moyen 2, 6e. Then we have all our mathematics in this level. See, all this math at this level. And we can go and we can even practice. When we practice, we hit a model and questions can even come. We can even have some questions. It says what? Quel nombre est un facteur de 4? C'est 2. And if you validate, it says incroyable. Hein? Quel nombre est un facteur de 8? 2. Incroyable aussi. Quel nombre est un facteur de 9? C'est 3. Validé? Bravo. Hein? So again, we can also go and read books also in English. We can go also to the English library. Now the English library is even more interesting than this. It has math, it has language art, it has science, it has social study, it also has Spanish. So if we go to science, you see that right for science, we have from kindergarten, first grade science. In your school, when did you start learning science? You can open kindergarten, and then you see here, we can even start learning about states of matter, like solids and liquid. We open that, tell us stage 1, we go into our stage 1, you see, we'll tell you, hey, read. Is coffee a solid or a liquid? C'est un liquide or a solid? Huh? Coffee is a liquid. It's a liquid. And you submit, it says what in English? In English, you will say fantastic. And then you go, is rain?
Is rain a solid or a liquid?
You can read it for us, right? And the answer also, if you can't read the answer,
a solid.
A solid.
A liquid.
Okay. If you want to translate to Spanish, we can translate. Un solido. Un solido. You can even translate to Spanish for us. Rain is a liquid. But if you say solid, no problem. You will say, hey, sorry, incorrect. The correct answer is a liquid. You say, your answer was what? What was your answer? Your answer was a solid. And then it will tell you a solid has a shape of its own. Ça a une forme solide, the solid on there, the form quoi, n'est-ce pas? Défini, the form défini. And then a liquid takes the shape of its container. If you put a liquid in a cup, it looks like a cup. You put it in a bottle, it looks like a bottle. Ça n'a pas une forme définie, ça prend la forme de n'importe quoi, tu vois? So that is it. So Morari has all these resources. And when we study math again, we can go online. We can go to like desmos.com. We can go to like desmos.com and we go and meet a graphical calculator where we can even draw our curve. Like we want to draw y equals x. You see, the straight line will just come there and you see it. Or we make a table of values and it will plot it for us. We make a table of values. Say if x is 4, y is 5. He plots the point. This is the point. From the 0, we go right 4 steps and we go up 5 steps. So that is 4, 5. If we want to put a point, 0 for x and 1 for y, 4 for y. What's that point is here. So x does not go left or right, so it's 0. And then you go up now 4 steps. If we want to put another point, let's say we bring another point. -2 for x and 8 for y, and that point is -2. We have to make sure that we can see it. We can see the 8. So you see, we have to make sure that we can see. So you see, -2, -1, -2, and then 1, 2, 3, 8 for y. You see, we go left -2 steps and we go up 8 steps. So we can also use this place to study our plane, our coordinate. So we have a lot of tools. So studying online with the Morari Enterprises really is a modern way of learning. It's a modern way of learning. We want kids to be smart using ICT tools, using 21st century tools to study. And then, but each time we study, we have to do what? Speak. Each time we study, we have to speak. We have to read out loud. So that at the same time, we are speaking, and then we also have our book. We are writing, we are reading, we are listening. So the same time we are doing 4 skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. That's the Morari way, the shortest distance to the brain. And we have to explain things in a way our brain can understand. If you say we are dealing with some variables and we write that variable again, like what we started in the beginning, you say a number you don't know, you say x plus, we call that number x, plus 5 equal 11. What is x? 6. Good boy. See? Faster than most of you here. So, but how do we read it? You say a number plus 5 equals 11. What is the number? That's how you have to read it. Don't say x plus 5 equals 11. A number plus 5 equals 11. What is the number? You say the number is 6. See? And then the teacher now will come and say, good job. The teacher now will come and mark it good. So Morari, we take difficult things in math and we explain them in very simple, zero difficulty ways. So this has been Morari Enterprises, and we have who in the class here? Pastor David, we have Caroline, Manuel, and Haute d'Ivoire. We have David. We have Caroline. We have David. Very good. And this is Teacher Morari himself. And it has been a good time. We will see you. Please order your library. Get in touch with us, 681-446572, or WhatsApp +237 681-446572. We have students all over the world, in UK, in Derby. We have in Ireland. We have kids in Canada. We have learners in South Africa, in Benin, in Togo. We have learners in China, Shanghai, Beijing, Shenzhen, Dongguan. In fact, most of our students are in China and the UK. So again, and here in Cameroon, we have students in Boya, Limbe, Douala, Banenda, Yaoundé, Bay, Gandre, Maroa, and most of the students are in Yaoundé and Limbe and Kumba, okay, all over the world. So again, we'll see you next time. It's been a pleasure. So we'll greet you again one more time, our fans. Everyone say bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you next time. We love you. Study every day. Study, play, study, play, study, play. Bye-bye.